you take off this one, we can accept and then we'll take the registration and we can call the police, identify. But you are not taking, that way we'll call the police.
So you would take the coin if I take the mask off?
Yeah, because we don't know the first. Then we can't identify.
But
the CCTV also not identify your face.
But CCTV doesn't have to identify myself to use legal tender. And you've said that you'll take it. You said you'll take it if I take my mask off. Yeah. Hi pal, you okay?
Yes, sir.
Number 8.
£20 children. Anything else?
No, just that.
All right, guys, this audit goes south real quick, as the staff immediately refuse the customer's payment with a $20 coin and challenge him over his mask. Confusion turns to tension in seconds. What should be a simple transaction already feels like it's about to spiral into something much bigger.
These are £20. Coins £20.
No, we are not accept. You can give the post office or bank. This is not accept.
I'll move out the way so you can save this customer.
Okay.
You can't accept it. It's legal tender though.
No, legal, but we are not sending any message or anything on the paper or news or anything. We are not buying.
You don't accept legal tender?
Yeah, we don't know anything about that.
I'll step out the way.
Not allowed that. Not allowed that. Because we don't know anything.
You don't know nothing about it?
Yeah.
The £20 coin is legal tender though.
But we don't know anything. You have to take off the mask, please.
I can't take off the mask, no.
You have to take off. And another.
I haven't got any other form of payment though. It's just that.
It's not legal money. First time so
It's legal money. It is legal money.
we don't know any information about that. We can't take that.
That £20 coin has the same legal tender status as like a £5 note.
Yeah, I know, but we don't know any about that.
If you know though, then you know it's legal tender, so you can take it.
You know, we can take because the company they're sending anything and all that.
So you do know that it is legal tender.
You stay there.
Here the real clash begins. The staff flatly reject the coin, even when told it's legal tender. They won't back down, and the customer stands firm that he has paid. Instead of a receipt, he's threatened with refusal. This isn't just about a coin anymore. It's about authority versus rights, and neither side is budging.
You have to remove.
I don't have to take the mask off. I don't need to.
This is not legal.
But you just said that it is legal. You're saying it's not legal, but before you said you know it is legal tender.
But we can't identify your face. You have to take off the mask first. Otherwise, we will call the police now. Panic button. We will press that's coming police. Then you can talk the police. We can't argue with you. Okay? This is not legal. Press the mask first.
I'm wearing the mask because it's cold.
No, it's cold. You can't enter in the shop with mask. Illegal. You know that?
It's illegal. It's illegal.
Yeah.
Where's the sign?
Sign is outside.
Right. I won't be taking the mask off.
Okay. This one not taking allowed. If you want, we will call the police.
It's
police is
BP.
coming. You can give the answer. Okay?
No need to call the police. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, because you are
really
not
is.
taking the mask. That's the problem.
But I don't need.
This is not legal. We don't know. We don't know any information about that.
Well, you said it is legal. You admitted that. You do know.
It's legal, but
is,
not
yeah.
taking any radio station or any bank or anything.
I checked with BP before coming here. Don't call the police.
But you have to take off this one. We can tell the reason police because he is hiding the face.
Because it's cold.
Inside not cold. outside only call. Okay, we are staying here without mask. Every customer is coming without mask. Why you are hiding?
Because
your face?
it's part of my clothing. I don't need to take it off. I checked with BP before.
Things escalate as staff bring in the ultimate threat, calling the police. They label the mask illegal and claim the payment is invalid. The customer challenges them head-on, daring them to follow through. Tension rises sharply because now this is no longer a customer dispute. It's about to become a police matter.
Good, thank you. Yeah.
Good.
We've got a little issue. Sorry. What's happened, sir?
I don't know, ask them. No idea.
What are they? Have you paid for fuel, sir? Yeah. Have you put your fuel in?
I have, yeah. And I've paid, yeah.
Right. Has he just tried to pay with them? Sorry, go on.
So
What are they?
it's a £20 coin. There you
Never
go.
seen them in my life.
So it's from the Royal Mint, so the same place that all legal tender comes from. It's got the same legal tender status that any other money has.
Never seen one of these in my life.
Can I take your collar number, sorry?
Yeah, 3130. Sorry.
And you're from Middlesbrough Station, are you?
No, I'm from Stockton. Stockton Police Station.
I was asked the post office. They said they are not accept this one.
Yeah, I don't think they would either, to be honest with you. Have you got any other means of payment at the minute?
Watch closely. The officers arrive and are instantly caught off guard. They've never even seen the coin before, and their uncertainty shows. Instead of clarity, there's confusion. The staff insist on action, but the officers hesitate, clearly unsure of the law they're supposed to enforce. This moment sets the tone for everything that follows.
You do?
Have you got that from somewhere? Have you read that up somewhere? Or?
Yes, your policy, yeah.
Okay. Well, at the minute, we're obviously videoing everything because we've been called to an incident. Immediate response where there's some ongoing issue with payment, whether it's a domestic...
999?
Well, that's what's coming as, yeah.
Well,
we just didn't know what was happening. There was an altercation in the shop, so we've arrived on that instance.
but you've still got to tell someone at the first available opportunity that you're recording, and you didn't.
We don't have to tell you. We turn our body cameras on 30 seconds before any incident. So these pre-record technically when we're in the vehicle.
But you do have to tell them before you start recording.
We don't. Are you going to give me your name?
I'm not, no.
Right, okay.
Because
Is there a
it's,
reason for that?
Because it's a civil matter, and it's not something that the police can get involved in.
The police try to establish control with body cam rules and demands for details, but the customer refuses to comply. What looks like a simple ID request quickly morphs into a clash over rights. This isn't just about payment anymore. It's about whether the officers can legally demand more than the law allows.
You haven't paid for your fuel,
I have,
but they're not accepting that money.
but that's up to them to accept it. If they
But
decline,
they've obviously run the post office and they've declined that. Ultimately, it's a civil issue, but if you're not willing to give us your details, then how do we know that you're going to resolve a civil issue at a later date? If you're happy to give us your details, then we can look at the civil issue at a later date.
but that's a
not
civil.
problem.
That's a civil issue. That's nothing for the
But
police
we
to get
don't know your
involved in.
details, do we? So you could technically escape from here and never come back and never deal with that issue. Then you'd be circulated as wanted for that, won't you, for making off without payment?
That's not a police issue at the minute.
It is.
It's
It is
not.
a police issue because you've not paid for fuel. So there's still an offence there of that you've not paid for your fuel.
But I
before
have paid.
leaving.
I've gave them.
But you've gave them this coin,
Yeah.
which ultimately they've spoke to the post office and they've decided that it's not a reasonable amount of payment for your fuel. So at the minute we're sort of hands are tied, agree with you on a certain instance of that, but we still need a solution today, whether we take your details and we deal with it at a later date, or we pay a different...
Is that for me as well?
I'm not too sure. Potentially, yeah, I'm not too sure.
Oh my god.
Could be a different job, but I don't actually know who that is, if I'm honest with you. It must be. I wasn't aware somebody else was travelling, so...
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Shall we move out the way?
If you want to,
If there is
want to move back here, that's not a problem, yeah, out the way.
Just
people.
not interrupting people.
So you're going to give us your details?
Have you
then?
came as well on blue lights?
Yeah. So basically, he's trying
Wow.
to pay with this. They've run the post office and said that it doesn't really exist, you can't pay with that. He obviously won't give us our details. I've explained to him to a degree it's a civil matter, however, if he does make off and he doesn't give us our details, we're struggling for any sort of civil issue at a later date. Any details and making off without payment, yeah. So I've explained if he does give us his details and we know where he is and we can contact him at a later date, hopefully this issue can get resolved. He's obviously not really
can't
wanting
do
to
this.
do that at the minute,
Because
are
it's
you?
a civil issue and it's nothing for the police to get involved
But
in.
you're still going to make off, aren't you? Technically without payment, but if we can get your details,
But I have paid.
but you haven't.
And it is their policy to accept the £20 coin.
Have you?
How's it
Has
their
he paid?
policy? No, he hasn't.
Right. If you haven't paid, and if you walk out this door now,
They've
then
still
you're
got
li-
they've
just
still got the money though.
Just
Well,
let,
no. Well, what have you
just let
said
me
that is?
finish. If you
Yeah.
walk out that door now, you are liable for an arrest because we don't have your details.
But you don't need them.
Well, I do
Because it's a civil issue.
but it's not because a make off without payment is then a police matter. So if you walk out that
No,
door
it's
now,
not.
it is. If you walk out that door now, you'll be getting arrested for make off without payment.
But there is an agreement with
But
BP that
Is there,
the
any other
coin
way,
can be
is
used.
there any other way that you can pay? Because we're going to sit here for hours arguing. I've been quite respectful to you. I appreciate you have to a degree, and I appreciate that from yourself. You haven't been argumentative with me, and I appreciate that you've been a normal human being.
No,
However, we need
I don't
a
intend to.
solution.
No.
No, I know you
If
appreciate
you
that.
can pay for the fuel now by other means, then that's fair enough. It'll be the end of the matter.
Or if you can give us your details and we can deal with it at a slow time, we can offer you that. But if you're not willing to do either any, then we're struggling with what we have left to do.
Because we can't let you walk out that door without paying. But
We don't know where you live, you might not even be from around here, I'm not saying you are, but you know what I mean, we have people where they'll make off and then they won't give us our details and then we're going to struggle. But I'm still going to have that £20 of fuel, unfortunately, with this BP garage outstanding.
Which car is it?
But I have paid for the fuel.
But you haven't paid.
You haven't paid for
Which
fuel.
one?
Right, we're going round in circles, aren't we?
We are, unfortunately, yeah.
Now the police take a hard stance. They shift the issue into criminal territory, calling it making off without payment. But the customer insists he is paid and refuses to back down. Every word builds tension as they circle the same point with raised stakes. It's a legal deadlock, and neither side wants to give ground.
So where have you read this policy then? Tell me about that education side of what you know.
It's not up to me to educate you on
Well,
their
you're telling me
policy.
it's their policy, so I'm just asking,
Yeah.
what's your policy? You got a policy? If he's saying you've got a policy, is there a policy here?
He said he doesn't know about it, but I've checked with BP head office before
Right,
coming.
who did you contact from BP head office?
But it's not,
Speak to a person,
it's not up to me
or-
to tell you that. It's up to them.
Well, you either engage with us and we deal with it, because one minute you're saying it's a reason to pay with this, but then you're not backing yourself up with a reason as to what that is. You've said you've contacted head office, appreciate that if that's what you've done, you've gone out your way and done that.
Yeah.
But we don't know which head office, when you've contacted them, what they've said, we don't know anything. So all I know, you could just be lying to me now.
But that's a civil issue. It's nothing to do with myself
But if you
or
make
you.
off without giving us any details, we've agreed, we've reasoned with you now, and we've tried to say that if you give us your details, just tell you where they live, we'll deal with it slow time. However, you then leave, you don't have your details, you don't know where you live, you could live in London for all we know, and then there's still this making off without payment because they will not accept this as payment.
But I don't have to identify for a civil issue.
It technically isn't a civil issue though, is it, when you leave and you don't pay? You haven't paid for your fuel. We've got the payment here, which isn't acceptable, so really you haven't paid at the minute.
Well, I have, because I've handed the coin over. So
Right.
I haven't got that in my possession, and I've contacted BP head office
Okay.
before coming here.
Right, and was that today then, or?
No,
So when was that then? So you've contacted BP head office before you've come in?
correct.
Right, so did you contact them today, or was it yesterday, or last week, or?
It's not up to me to say that. It's not up to the police
Well,
to
we've
do
give
it.
you options, haven't we? So we either work with an option. You are?
But it would be an unlawful arrest though, because it's a civil issue.
Hi, Sarge, just Jessie free to speak. You right here. Just a quick one, we just let the... Oh, you're not free to speak.
Here we see pure frustration on both sides. The customer cites the BP agreement and even the Royal Mint, yet the officers dismiss it all as invalid. The debate goes round in circles, each side convinced they're right. What's striking is the stubbornness. This isn't about finding the truth. It's about who will fold first.
Tell me about your body camera as well.
I've told you already.
Body was on it.
But why
No,
didn't you
it's
tell me?
basically saying we haven't told them.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't need to tell you.
Swap.
You do.
I don't.
You do.
No, I don't.
It's part of your policy, you do.
No, it's not.
At the first reasonable opportunity.
Go on.
Don't show me details like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, Linda, is there a picture?
No.
Yeah, perfect. Would you mind just adding that vehicle to the job, please? The easy option is that you pay,
But I have paid.
but you haven't paid because that's not...
But if I've got a civil agreement with the company prior to coming, that's nothing to do with you.
I don't understand the civil agreement. Why would the... If it's not money, it's not money.
But it is.
That's why I'm getting confused. How's it money?
Do you understand what the £20 coin is?
No, that's why I'm confused.
Well, why are you threatening me for arrest then, if you don't know?
Because it's not money.
It is.
Right. We'll agree to disagree. At the end
You
of the...
don't know that. It is. It's
Right.
legal.
Things are about to spiral as rights get tested on camera. The police now make it crystal clear: no ID, no alternative payment, and he will be arrested. The customer holds firm, calling it a civil matter. The back and forth tightens, with every line carrying the weight of an inevitable showdown.
We weren't here when that happened.
But he
so we
said
aren't
he would
witnesses
take
to
it.
that.
Going off a matter, we're going off a different matter now. You walk out that door, becomes a criminal matter, and you get arrested for make off without payment.
Or you give us your
because
details.
You're refusing to give us your details, and we don't know that that vehicle is yours because you're not.
But I've told you
Is it urgent?
that he said he would take the coin
But he isn't now, is
if
he?
I take my mask off.
Right, well I wasn't here for that, so we have no witnesses, unfortunately, other than you and him. Right now I can't view that.
Body camera.
But right now I can't view that. At the end of the day, you've come in, you've paid for,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
got your fuel, you've come in. This isn't a payable matter. Once you leave, we've offered you to give us your details and deal with it that way. For all I know, that vehicle could be registered to somebody else and lived in London. And how are we ever going to trace you? That's my matter at the minute, because you're still refusing to give me
I
your
get that.
details. You're refusing to tell me what head office said. You're refusing to tell me when you sort of rang them and what their policy is. When I've asked you.
There is one on them.
But I
So
don't
once
need
you
to
leave
assist
this
you.
situation, it is making off without payment. I can't be any more reasonable with you and give you some sort of options that we can go
But I
with,
don't
you're
need
still
to assist
refusing
you.
to.
I don't need to assist the police in a civil
please.
matter.
It's a civil matter until you leave. And you are choosing not to pay, so it comes into a criminal matter of making off without payment. If you
That's
want to know
why
what
I
it's called, it's
contacted-
like bilking. We call it bilking here.
That's why I contacted BP head office before
Go ahead.
coming. Are you listening?
I am listening, yes, but my sergeant's talking to me.
Well, tell him you're busy.
Yes, go ahead. One of my colleagues here, there's two of us.
I'm on the comms. Right, Linda, I'll get back to you.
You are sorry.
Right, okay, that's perfect. I'll let you know what happens. Cheers, my dear. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.
The reason I contacted BP before this is to stop this from happening.
Right, but it
I
has,
contacted them
unfortunately.
beforehand.
Right, but do you understand that it has happened, and now obviously we're kind of in a predicament that if you walk out that door, then it is a bilking.
But
So
if-
you will be liable for an arrest because we don't know who you are, and that is not a matter of payment in our kind of eyes. That's all I'm saying to you.
Well,
So
in your eyes-
you're not being reasonable like we're being reasonable to you. You haven't given us your name. We don't know who you are, and you're saying that you're going to walk out those doors without paying. So then you are liable for an arrest.
But I have paid though,
But you haven't paid.
with a legal tender.
But you haven't paid. We're going round in circles. You're just going to disagree with everything I say to you. So
Likewise.
at the minute, well, exactly. So that until we kind of clarify with our supervision what's going to happen, there's no point going round in circles, is there?
Well, there isn't, no.
Right.
But to stop the dishonest part is the reason why I contacted BP beforehand, so we didn't have this. So if you arrest me for a civil matter when they've already
It's not a
agreed to
civil-
take the money,
It's not a civil matter when you walk out that door.
But they've already
You're
agreed
going
to take
round in
it.
circles again,
They
aren't
have.
we? You're going round in circles. We're going around the same thing over and over. You're saying to me that it is a payment, and I'm saying to you it's not.
Well, I've got it on camera, but he
Right.
said that he would take it if I take my
But it
mask
doesn't
off.
matter. That doesn't matter.
And I
be
don't have
relevant.
to take my mask
No,
off.
you don't. I'm not saying you have to take
But
your
he
mask
said
off,
he
but
would
I'm
take
not
it.
talking about that topic. I'm talking about that if you walk out that door now, then it's a failure to pay to bilking.
But I've offered to pay.
But you
The breaking point finally comes. The officers arrest the customer for making off without payment. They caution him while he insists he hasn't even left. It's the climax of the entire confrontation, the moment where talk turns into handcuffs. This is the raw outcome of a dispute that spiraled far beyond a $20 coin.
haven't because it's not a means of payment.
Are you not listening?
I know you've spoke to BP Garage, but you're not willing to give
Yeah.
me those details to ring them myself.
But I don't need to.
Well, then fair enough. We're going round in circles. Yes, anything further? Just check if the coin. If we ring the person who we spoke to earlier,
He's already said
Right.
he would take
can
it
you just pop over here for a second?
if I take my mask off.
Right.
and I've got it on camera.
That's fine. I don't. To be fair,
Ask him.
I'm not particularly bothered what he said to you about taking your mask off. What I'm bothered you
Well, that's
about
really
is
important.
is
That's
sorting
really
this
important.
matter out.
That's really important.
Have you got the manager of the VP garage that he's possibly spoken to on the phone earlier?
It's head office.
The head office.
Head office not inform us anyone.
The what? Sorry.
Head office anything not inform us.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Head office not inform about that point. So I asked the post office, they are not accept this point.
Right. He's already spoken to the boss and they're not accepting the
Because
contract.
this one, not illegal, only the Royal Mint, they can use it.
The Royal Mint.
No,
Right. Okay.
the Royal Mint issue the coin, they don't take the money.
Not taking the legal, we are not
The Royal Mint may.
The twist ending arrives. At the station, the custody sergeant refuses to authorize detention, sending the officer's case crashing down. The customer walks free, calling them a joke. What began with a rejected coin ends in a collapse of authority, exposing just how flawed the response was. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.